Hello.
Hi.
Hi, I'm here today with Mary Lou Ryan. She is a LATCH member to LATCH Collective, and I'm going to ask her a few questions about living tiny. All right, you ready, Mary Lou? Okay, cool. Okay, so my first question is, how would you describe your home? Like, how many square feet is it, and anything else you want to describe about it?
So the tiny home that we're building, I think, is about 116 square feet-ish. It's a shuttle bus, so not all of the actual length and width of the bus is walking space. So because we have the actual cockpit,
Yeah,
and everything. So, and the ceilings are going to be about 6'3" inside, which is on the tall side for a bus, which is very
okay.
so yeah, that's our shuttle bus, our Prancing Pony in a nutshell.
And how did you come up with the name Prancing Pony?
Well, my fiance and I were building it together, and we're a couple of nerds. It's it's the name of the inn in Bree in Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
We're just on the outskirts of the Shire where the adventure really begins.
Okay.
So, the adventure really begins at the Prancing Pony. So,
Got it.
yeah.
That's pretty cool. Okay. So you're working on it right now. Let's talk about your budget a little. Did you start with a budget? Do you think you're staying in that, or going to be staying in it, or going over?
Yeah, so budget-wise, I think we're actually really on track as far as the build goes. I mean, we haven't had any huge expenses so far, but we do have like a list of all the appliances that we want and how much all of that costs, as well as building materials and stuff like that. So it looks like we will be able to accomplish what we want to within budget, which is 15,000 or under.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So do you have any advice for someone who's thinking about transitioning to living tiny?
I would say find your community, find your support system of people that love what you love, of people that have done it, of people that are doing it. And I found LATCH. Like, how amazing is that? And the beautiful thing about it is you don't have to be in Los Angeles to like take advantage of this awesome, beautiful number of people. And besides that, any fears you might have of, well, I've never done plumbing before, I don't know how to make a box out of wood. LATCH has so many different resources, and including the members themselves who have done this kind of stuff before. And I think not feeling alone in the abyss of information on the internet is such a huge thing. So yeah, I say get involved with LATCH would be my advice. And also LATCH is helping us out in more ways than one, because LATCH is providing our build site for us that we rent from them, and with the tool shed and everything. You know, I don't own a bandsaw. I just don't, but we have one that's accessible to us because of LATCH. So yeah, find your community. LATCH is a great one.
Yeah.
Some blogs that I really like the Rolling Vistas blog. They're super, super great. They did a van, they're currently working on a van conversion, and they've done a full schoolie conversion in the past. So since it's very niche for what I'm doing, I found their resources super, super helpful. What they don't cover in videos, they have in their blog post, right down to the, kind of wires they used and everything. So.
Okay, cool. Is there anything you wish you knew before you got into all of this, or any advice you have to give to anybody?
What I wish I knew. I mean, I'm kind of a research monster.
So you're pretty prepared.
Yeah, but the biggest thing is you can't be prepared for everything.
Okay.
You just can't. You can, like for me, for example, I can research out the wazoo how to do a certain step that's going to be the next step. And it's happened several times, more than several times, where you get into that step and you find something else that has to be addressed. So be prepared for things you can't prepare for. Expect the unexpected, because, you know, my notes can be as thorough as whatever, but you just can't anticipate everything. And that's okay. You know, it's the Prancing Pony. It's the beginning of adventure.
How did you come about the design? I know that there's only so many things you can do in a shuttle bus, but obviously there's some kind of design or aesthetic you wanted. So how'd you come about that?
Yeah, so we again assessed what was really important to us. We want to be able to have a place to play our board games. I need to have an office area so that I can work from the road.
Okay.
And then you take your priorities. I watched a lot of other videos. I saw a lot of other people's designs. Although I have not seen exactly what we're doing, but it gives you ideas for solutions. So for instance, we are going to be doing a mechanical lift bed.
Okay.
In a bus with our living room underneath. So that was kind of the best of both worlds, a way to have a bed that I don't have to completely puzzle together every day, multiple times a day. And we can also have our place that we can play board games, whether it's just us or with friends. And, you know, by figuring out what's important to you and putting those things in, everything else just sort of falls into place. We use programs like Google SketchUp to really flesh things out, and through Google SketchUp I even have mini models and stuff of the bus, which are all really super helpful.
Yeah, cool, great. Cool, great. Do you have any tiny living gadgets or tricks?
You know, things that use electricity that are necessary, like, you know, a refrigerator or whatever. Finding as many things that have the option to run on 12 volt as possible, so they don't have to run off of an inverter, is huge. So that's like a hack for the planning aspect of the tiny house. Is, you know, our refrigerator, we're going to be using induction cooktops. We are going to be propane free. So just having as many things that run off of 12 volts as possible is going to really help. So then, like, when you do, I don't even know if we're keeping our food processor, but if you want to pull out the food processor for whatever reason, it's maybe only one of two things that you have to turn the inverter on for, instead of all the things. And that can make such a huge difference.
Okay, that's really good advice. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time today. I really appreciate it. It was great talking to you.
Likewise, this was awesome. Thank you so much.
Yep.